So I'm sitting in a very special opportunity. I'm sitting with two of my mentors and one of my old friends and my new friend, and I'm super happy, super stoked that you two are in Halifax in Nova Scotia today talking about the future of Canadian energy. So first of all, how did this meeting, I know you guys were recently in Calgary, had a big meeting with a lot of the oil and gas leaders there. So I guess we'll start with Premier Tim.
Thanks for doing this, appreciate it. Our friends in Alberta have been so good to us. Obviously, we have incredible energy opportunities in Nova Scotia. We haven't really pursued them. We've been reluctant to through previous governments before us, but we just see with the way the world is right now, we know that we have to press every advantage we have. We have incredible advantages in energy, so we're pressing them, but we're looking to Alberta and really the people who have led the way for the country for guidance. We don't have to recreate the wheel. We just have to find the best wheel and bring it here, and that's what we're doing.
We had this conversation before, and when I mentioned that I interviewed the Premier of Nova Scotia, and you're really excited. And
I'm a big fan.
The first thing you said, it's important that we work together. There was not an ounce of competition. There wasn't anything, he said, anything we can do to help Nova Scotia be successful. He's like, I'm in. So why is that so important to you?
Well, Canada can't be an energy superpower with just Alberta's energy. We need Nova Scotia and we need New Brunswick, and we have to look across the country for all the opportunities that bring wealth and quality of life to the people of Canada. And working together, we can do that.
I guess I'll ask you both this question. Do you feel that it's going to be not just talk this time? You'll see the federal government get out of the way and let development happen. We're hearing a lot, and there was a big announcement about a pipeline recently. So I guess we'll start with you. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, there has to be action. I mean, you look at the finances of the country, look at the individual provinces and territories, look at their financial situation, look at what's happening in the world. There's massive demands for energy. So there has to be action. And I will say that in dealing with Prime Minister Carney and Minister Hodgson, I've been very impressed. They've been responsive. And even to the point when we started talking about our Nova Scotia offshore oil and gas, which there's a lot of, and we're working hard to get that back in production. But talking about that, there's a joint regulator. The regulator's been there for a while. It's Canada, Nova Scotia. So when I first approached them about, can we open bids on the offshore? Because for a while, the previous Prime Minister didn't want that, but I said, can we open bids on our offshore and see what interest we can generate there? They said, yeah, of course. But also you have onshore gas. And you should be, what are you doing there as well, right? So any type of discussion we've had about offshore oil and gas, onshore gas, offshore wind, they've been very responsive. So I think they are committed when the Prime Minister talks about Canada being an energy superpower. He believes that, and I believe it too. And I want Nova Scotia to be part of that. And I can tell that he and his team want Nova Scotia to be part of that. So I can see that there's already been far more action than there had been in 10 years. So I am optimistic about what is possible.
Same question.
Well, I'm with the Premier. I'm very optimistic. I'm hopeful. We've seen a lost decade with the last Prime Minister. I'm very hopeful because I've had the same discussions with Minister Hodgson and the Prime Minister, and they're saying all the right things. We've got an MOU that's before us right now. We've got a lot of those issues, the 9 bad laws that have been eliminated or to some degree solved by those. But the proof is in the pudding, and we'll see whether we get the last couple of things done, tier and pathways, and whether we can actually get the pipeline in the ground into the coast, because it's absolutely essential. And it's essential not just for Alberta, but it's essential for Canada. It actually brings the GDP of the country, that one pipeline, up 1.5%. It's a huge number because there's just so much opportunity there for us to the world. The world is demanding oil. They need oil, and the geopolitical situation is one that, frankly, the free world can't rely on anymore. We have to have different opportunities and different things coming out of the East Coast, and that would be great for energy to be from the East Coast to Europe and the rest of the free world. That's what we need to focus on, is making sure that we get energy out of the ground and get it to those folks that need it the most, and Europe and Asia certainly need it now.
What are other forms of energy that we don't really discuss a lot? Like, I know coal's kind of coming back. A lot of people are saying it's important, especially met coal. What are other types of energy that Canada has that we could be selling to the world or developing?
In Nova Scotia, obviously the offshore wind, onshore wind, renewables. You need gas for renewables for sure. We have geothermal potential. This is the Bay of Fundy. The Bay of Fundy is an unutilized resource. If you took every single river in the world and added them together, you may come close to the power of the Bay of Fundy at the changing of the tides. You may come close. And it's untapped. And it just goes back and forth, literally like clockwork. So looking to the future, I mean, that's a massive opportunity for Nova Scotia and for Canada. So solar is in the mix a little bit too, but so there are a number of levers that we can pull, and Nova Scotia has not been good at pulling any of them. But that's changing, and we're committed as a government because we know it's so important.
So let's get into a fight here. What are 5 things amazing about Alberta? And tell me 5 things about Nova Scotia.
Well, Alberta is new compared to Nova Scotia. It's certainly new, not compared to a lot of jurisdictions around the world. But we do, as a result of that, have a lot of people from Nova Scotia and New Brunswick and Atlantic Canada, and we're very happy that they come there and raise their family. I understand how he feels about the 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. We need to talk about permanent communities and how to make people happy where they are. And you know, Alberta is just incredible. We have one thing that they don't have a lot of in Nova Scotia. That's cowboys. We do have a lot of beef as well, and we have an amazingly diverse culture in Alberta. I do like the idea, though, of looking at energy today, and the affordability issue for Canadians is forefront, and making sure that natural gas, which is in my mind the most affordable energy and the cleanest burning energy out there, and you look at long-term transition to nuclear, and Alberta's even talking about that opportunity. So we like energy all the way through. It's just what's the most affordable right now, because people are demanding it from the politicians that they can be able to afford to live. And with the geopolitical situation, and even with energy poverty around the world, we need to think about those kind of things right here, because we can actually be the answer to those problems.
That's what makes our country so great, is the diversity of it. But Nova Scotia, incredible province. We're in downtown Halifax. Look what's happening here. This amazing waterfront, and the restaurants, the bars, and nightlife too. But in a 2-hour drive or less, you could be in our valley, the Annapolis Valley. We call it the Napa Valley of the East. Incredible wine production. The grape quality is really improving as the climate changes. Or 2 hours another way, and literally be on ranked golf courses, some of the best golf courses in the world. All of this surrounded by 13,000 kilometers of vast coastline, beaches, cliffs, hiking trails. So there's a lot. It's a beautiful province in that respect, and a beautiful country. But the best thing is the people, that what we call the blue noser spirit, just the community spirit of supporting each other. So, but Canada, I mean, Canada is the best country in the world, and there are so many unique regions in it. We are blessed to live in this country at this point in time, but we all need to make sure that it's affordable for the residents, and that governments have the revenue they need to provide the services that they need in healthcare and education and roads and all those types of things. But it's right before us. We can do it.
So final question for both of you. What is your message about doing business in Nova Scotia for energy?
The potential is here. The will of government is there. So let's work together to get it done, to make it better for Nova Scotians and better for our country.
I'm here to help Nova Scotia, and I think the reality is they're leading the way in Eastern Canada with their energy answer, and I think they're going to be the most affordable place in Eastern Canada to live as a result of the decisions that Premier Houston is making. I'm very impressed, and I know some people are they're resistant, but ultimately the long-term process will be much better for everybody. And I think some of the issues that they were worried about was about technology that was 20 or 30 years ago, and some of the things that have happened as a result of that. That's not the situation anymore. Alberta's on the cusp of the best technology on the planet, and we're very good at it. We protect our water, we protect our land, we protect our air better than any jurisdiction in the world. And I know that Nova Scotia will do exactly that as well.